So just a couple of little things I want to point out that I kind of wish I'd knew before unboxing it and putting all the bits and bobs on and fitting it onto the van. First thing is the box it arrives in. When the two delivery drivers were carrying it in, I did look around it a couple of times and I couldn't see any obvious signs saying which was the top and bottom. Apparently there is arrows on it, but I didn't know. Maybe I was too hasty to set it up. But anyway, my first mistake was they laid it on the shop floor and I was going to unbox it, put all the bits and bobs on to later in the day get help lifting it onto the van. Obviously I unboxed it upside down, so I had to get help earlier on, which was a bit of a pain. So make sure you've got it the right way around, because you need to be gaining access to it to get your fitting kit out and your brackets and your ladder clamps. So just a little thing, but make sure it's the right way around. Other thing is, if you can put it on a couple of sturdy benches, I would definitely recommend that. Your clamps and everything, so much easier to get on with your Allen key when it's elevated slightly, and then again, easier to lift when it's already off the floor. Next thing is the bolts. So when it comes on the video, the TentBox fitting guide, they don't really mention the size of the bolts. They just say take a bolt and fit this, take a bolt and fit that. There is actually a couple of different sizes. So the first one, the common packets, there's 2 in a packet for the handle, so that's pretty obvious. There's 4 for your pole mounts for your porch, so they're the only 4. But your ladder clamps and your locking clasps, you get 8 obviously in the packets. Don't do what I've done and use the wrong ones. They're different sizes. Make sure you've got the right size. I don't know if you can see on here, but I first tried to put the longer ones through, which is marked the inside of the rail. So it's not really noticeable, but I know it's there, so it's really pissed us off. So make sure you've got the right ones. The other thing I was going to see, the handle, it's plastic. I wasn't sure at first, is this for lifting it or is it just for pulling your tent closed if needed? I have checked it and it does say you can use the handle to lift it. Short burst it says, but I wouldn't recommend putting too much time lifting it on, like elevating it on that handle. It is just plastic. It's 72 kilos, which is nearly 11.5 stone, and I definitely wouldn't lift it with a gas strut. You will cause some damage, or you could cause some damage. You don't want to drop it and damage it. The next thing, what was the next thing? Oh, your rack. Obviously this is a long wheelbase van, so I've been able to fit 3 roof bars. It's only £25 and £5 delivery to get an extra couple of clamps from TentBox. I just feel it's a lot more secure with the 3 on. Locky nuts, a definite, some sort of tracker alarm. There is reports of them getting stolen. This van does get parked in a few dodgy areas while I'm doing call-outs, so I would definitely recommend, for peace of mind, locking nuts. Maybe an air tag, something like that, if it goes missing. Last thing was wind noise. I couldn't find anything, or very little, on any reviews, or I was worried about, I do a lot of miles in this van, I was worried about wind noise. I cannot speak for all motors and all racks. Obviously this one is quite a high rack, with it being a Rhino one, and to clear the antenna at the back of the shark fin, so quite high, but I don't get any wind noise. If you're listening for it hard on the motorway, you will hear it, but nothing on this one that would be too much of a bother. I am putting a rack on this little chimney, which is going to be a lot lower, so I might do a video on that, see if it's see what it's like lifting it from this vehicle to that vehicle, see if there's any more wind noise, if it's any different. So that's about it. I don't think I forgot anything. I hope this helps.